Welcome to ZX Spectrum Memories. Today I'll be looking at Lemmings, released by Psygnosis in 1991 at a cost of £12.99. Now I first came across this game via a Crash demo tape and I was fascinated by it. Although I must confess I actually played this more on the Amiga. I don't ever recall buying a game for the Speccy back in the day. It was probably around the time I'd started looking at going to switch to 16-bit Amiga. It was a fun game and certainly keeps you wanting to go back for more. So let's have a look at what the magazines of the day thought about this. It's in Your Sinclair issue 73, page 17. They give it life expectancy of 90%, graphics 86%, addictiveness 91%, instant appeal 88%, and overall 91%, which is not too bad. Okay, so let's have a look at Crash. It's in issue 91, page 14. They give it presentation of 87%, graphics of 89%, sound of 86%, playability 87%, addictivity as 91%, and overall 91%, giving it a Crash smash. Okay, so let's have a look at the next one. It's in Sinclair User issue 119, page 22. Now they give it graphics of 76%, sound of 85%, playability 89%, lastability 93%, giving it an overall rating of 91%, and a Sinclair User Gold, or SU Gold. So graphics are a little bit lower on that one, but we'll see the how it looks in a minute. So let's have a look at some gameplay. Okay, so this is Lemmings. This is the 1 to 8K version with the music. Okay, so like I say, I'm used to more of the Amiga with the mouse. I find it a bit more difficult controlling the cursor with the keyboard like, but we'll give it a whirl. Okay. For some reason it just blows me out there. There's just some reason I don't know. Right, so okay, so you got this chappy here. You want to get him to dig, which is that one or this one. Okay, so you can lock onto the Lemmings with their N and get him to start digging down. First level's fairly easy. You just dig down and then they'll move straight to the end now. The little sort of the Specky kind of struggles a little when there's more on. The music starts slowing down, but it's a nice piece of music. And a couple of them got mashed there. I don't know why. I do know why. They fell further than the others. So each level you get so many you need to rescue. I needed to rescue 1. I rescued 4. They've got obviously a position where if they fall too far, then obviously they die. So you have to be a bit wary. So you get a password code if you write it down to get onto the next level. Okay. So you move the screen along a little. It's so much put into this for the Specky. You got loads of stuff. Right, we want to make these float down. So it's just a question there, look, and making sure you click on it. It's a very good learning curve because it does give you kind of access to how the game mechanics work on an easier levels. Like I say, I first come across this on the Specky on a cover tape and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I got a feeling I might have seen this game as well on maybe PC DOS at college. I've got a vague recollection of coming across it there as well. Obviously you get a time limit to do this, so all along the bottom you've got various icons. You can nuke the whole level, which is useful when you come to some of them. Again, I needed to rescue one. I actually rescued 10 now. So that's level 3 and obviously the code's there. So let's go to level 4. It'll nuke it first for some reason, I don't know why. Right, we need to save 2 Lemmings out of 20. Okay. So oops, space pauses. So you make some blockers. And then just block each way across. So we'll block this guy, become a blocker. I always like to give a bit of space in case there's an issue. This game's more about planning and learning the levels than anything else. Like I say, you can pause and have a good look. Certainly at harder levels. Okay, and then we just need one more blocker at the bottom here when they fall. You can turn the music on and off as well, but we'll leave it on. It's quite a nice, pleasant tune. Okay, now that should make them walk straight into the thing. So where they're going to the bottom there, the thing with the flames, that's where they've got to go into. So we've rescued one there, look. And how many more got to come out? Let's do some dropping there, so you can speed it up. Don't know how the Specky will cope with that, but we're now dropping them out quicker. The keys along the top, 1 to 0, you use for the icons at the bottom, but you can use Z and X to change across that. So spaces say pauses, it's QAOP to move the cursor, M selects, or N which locks onto the lemming. And I've rescued a few of these already, look. Yeah, there's quite a lot gone into it, and you can tell it's pushing the Specky to its limits really sometimes when it's so many different sprites on the screen. overall a nice game. It's one of the late games for the Specky, this one. Okay, so the last two going in. Once they're in, you then either have to wait 3 minutes or you can nuke the level, which blows the ones up here. You get a little countdown and then kind of blow up. Okay, so we needed to rescue 2 and we rescued 15. Again, you get the code. Okay. Right. So, you got to save all 10 here. This way it gets a little more difficult. Right, so move the screen across and we want that. We'll get this guy. Oh, no, we'll get this one. So I'm locking onto that. I want to dig through here. Okay, so now they're starting to drop. We want them to become climbers. So we'll get the next one going that way. You've got to be careful you don't get them going the other way, because they'll start climbing the wall the other side, which is not what you want. Because you have limited amounts of climbers or any of the icons. I believe there's 2 in together there. There's always a problem trying to separate them out sometimes. I might miss one there. Yeah, I did, but I don't want to get him going back because they'll climb the wall the other way. Come on, mate, hurry up. Anyway, yeah, so it's a nice little game. We've got to get this one in to actually complete the level anyway. But yeah, did you come across this game? Have you played it? What did you think of it? Leave your comments below. Let's just get him as a climber and get him into that space. So graphics wise, very nice graphics. A good game overall, I think. And there we go, 10 out of 10. Hey, did well there. But yes, a very good game, well worth a little play if you want to have a go at it, and tell me what you thought of it. I enjoy it, and it's a game I tend to play more on the Amiga, admittedly, because it's easier with a mouse, to be honest, but I'm used to the Amiga version. I don't ever recall whether I got it on the Specky. I certainly remember playing the demo, but I don't think I bought it on the Specky, as I'm just moving over to the sort of Amiga era, maybe just after. But yeah, as I say, if you can hit the like, subscribe and bell notification for further videos, that'd be great, and I think we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.